I was 17 at the time that this happened, but I still feel that it's a necessary story to tell with the holiday coming up. It was Halloween night. My mom and dad had a party to go to, so it was my job to take my little brother trick-or-treating. We went around to the closest neighborhoods before we stopped at my uncle's house like we did every year. My uncle had invited us inside to have a glass of apple cider, a piece of pie, and to gossip about the things that had been happening at my school. We helped pass out candy, watched a few of the classic Halloween movies, and generally had a good time catching up with my uncle and his wife. It's the usual thing that I had done since I was a kid. It was getting late, and we were getting ready to leave when a shadow passed over the window. It was very unusual for someone to be lurking around our neighborhood. My uncle had already shut the lights off when we had noticed the shadow. The first thought that went through my mind was the fact that someone had escaped from the state prison that was across town. My uncle must have had the same thought because he told me to take my brother into his study, lock the door, and don't come out until he said so. I did as I was told. My brother and I quickly hid in the study and watched out the window as the creep in the orange jumpsuit crept towards the living room window. Now, my uncle wasn't and still isn't the type of guy that you want to mess around with. He served in the military, so he kept a lot of guns in the house to protect his family. He was a bit of a nutcase. I'm not really sure what the exchange was between the lurker and my uncle, but a gunshot scared my brother enough to pee himself. I unlocked the door to the study and ran outside to see exactly what had happened. My uncle knelt down beside the guy in the orange jumpsuit. He was crying and profusely apologizing for firing the gun. It turns out that my cousin had decided to dress up as a jailbird last minute. He went to a friend's party and didn't want his dad to find out that he'd been drinking, which was the reason why he was lurking around the house. He was trying to sneak in without alarming anyone, but he didn't know that his dad was still awake. My uncle shot his son without hesitation. He was questioned by the police and ended up getting rid of all the guns in his house. My cousin recovered just fine. He went on to graduate college and became a lawyer, so everything worked out okay. But he always thought twice before dressing up as anything for Halloween again.